Sir, this is a business meeting. Now you're dating. What? Y'all, it's a lot of shit. I don't know why I do this to myself. And it is scary. What's up, community? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Today is Sunday and we are getting ready for church. We're doing another little get ready with me makeup chat. And we're just going to be doing kind of like a life update, giving you guys some updates on a lot of things that I have started but didn't really finish over the last few vlogs that I feel like I just need to update you on, okay? First things first, I just finished doing my skincare routine, so you can tell my skin is looking nice and shiny and supple. So the first thing I want to start with is, remember that time I told you guys, when I'll find it and put the video over here somewhere. It was a little secret meeting that I was having, and I was like, I can't tell you guys until it all come to fruition and everything like that. Yeah, so I want to catch you up on that, because girl, that is quite a little story. So basically, I have started to reach out to different companies, local Black-owned businesses, restaurants to be more exact, which I've now since feel like I need to reach out to like boutiques and stuff. So I started reaching out to different restaurants, Black-owned restaurants that I could find on Google, to send them my media kit. If you don't know what a media kit is, it's basically how it's like an influencer resume. It gives all your number, pictures, different price lists of what you charge for doing a post on Instagram or short or a video to highlight their products and stuff. Basically, I'm trying to bring in income from sponsored sources. That's what I'm trying to do, right? So I created a media kit. The numbers have kind of changed a little bit, so I might need to update that when I get ready to send it out again for the different boutiques that I want to work with. But basically, I started sending them out, and I got a hit. Okay, someone wanted to meet with me from this Jamaican restaurant, and it was a male owner, and I think I want to stick to female owners after all this, but it was a male owner, and he was like, okay, let's see what you're working with. Let's meet up. So we scheduled a meeting. That first meeting we scheduled, he didn't show up. Child, he said he forgot all about me. Little old me, he forgot. He forgot that he had a meeting with me. So he didn't show up to the first meeting. We sat there, and I had Prince with me. We sat there for 30 minutes and nothing. No phone call, no email, no nothing. So as I was leaving, going home, he called me. My God, I'm so sorry. Can we please reschedule for? And he shot out the date. And I was just like, okay. I was a little bit reluctant to agree to that because that was like a first bad impression, right? But I agreed to it. So the second meetup, he was sitting in his car. Like, I saw him because I know what he looks like, right? From pictures on his website and Instagram and stuff like that. So I know what he looked like. It looked like he was sitting in his car when I was walking up to the restaurant. I was like, well, that kind of looks like him. That means he's here. So he'll see me walking in, and then he'll walk in, right? So I walk in. I talked to his employee and let him know that I was here. And he was like, oh, yeah, okay, just have a seat. I'll go get him. And then he comes in, he was like, okay, here, follow me. So I'm thinking he getting ready to take me into like the back end of the restaurant where like little office part is or something like that. Girl, he leads me back outside to the parking lot and talking about, you see him right there, he's at his car. And he started waving at me to come over to his car. Sir, this is a business meeting. We only do business meetings like this in the back of a like really expensive car or in a jet or like big business, not this little stuff we getting ready to talk about. I'm not coming to your car. I don't know who you are. So I'm like, can we go inside and have a seat? Because there's like empty tables and stuff like that. That's the best place to do a business meeting in this area, is just to go sit at the restaurant table, right? If you ain't got no full out office, we can sit at the table. So he said, yeah, sure, whatever you want to do. And he's like on his phone the whole time, and he's coming, like he's following behind me, and I'm leading the way at this point to the tables. And he sit there and he's looking off to the side. He's not really paying attention to what I'm saying. And I just felt like it wasn't a good match. Like he really didn't want to do it. Maybe he jumped the gun and thought something that, I don't know. And then I realized he didn't even look at my information. So I was like, did you look at the attachment? And he was like, no, I just, saw it. I just say, hey, let's give it a shot. So I sent him the links to my website, my business website, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and then he's looking through it and stuff like that. And I guess he was like, okay, so what can you do for my business? And he did ask me a couple of really, relatable questions that now I know if I meet with someone else, I'm already have that ready. He said he had a new store that was a new restaurant that was opening in a few weeks, and that's where his focus is as far as like advertising and stuff like that. So that's what he wanted me to help him with. Y'all, I'm not going to do this on camera. I'm not going to do my browse on camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so that's done. So basically things didn't quite work out with him. I did learn some things as far as, what to do next time, and also like what I should be focused on that's more relatable to my content. So I don't really, if I was like someone who likes to cook a lot, or someone who is like a travel food person, or someone who had a channel where I like to try out different restaurants and stuff like that, which I do, but that's not the real focus of my channel, then I think I'll be a good fit for him. And I still wouldn't work with him because of his demeanor. I sent him a nice little email saying, thank you, but I'm deciding not to work with you, blah, blah, blah. So just the other day, he calls me, or he texts me, was like, hey. I was like, oh, okay, great. So I'm guessing you didn't get my email. And he was like, what emails? See, this is exactly why I don't want to work with you, because you don't pay attention to detail. And then, like, if we have a business deal, you can be like, what money? Or what post? And you're going to be forgotten. And then even the second meeting, he said he almost forgot, which is why he was in his car, because he almost forgot he was just about to leave. So we don't want you forgetting about the contract, forgetting about my money. So no, I decided no. That's not a good person to work with. That didn't come to fruition, but I did learn some things. Next thing, I mentioned in one video, I think, if you didn't watch all the way through, you probably didn't catch it. Y'all, there'll be a lot of stuff at the end of the videos that I know you guys are not watching, because the numbers are saying y'all watching like maybe 15 minutes of my 40-minute videos. So not everybody, but the average. So that means most of y'all are not watching all the way through, and that's okay. I still love y'all, right? There's a lot of stuff that you guys missed at the end, so let me just encourage you guys to watch all the way till the end. Okay, thank you. At the end, one of my videos, I did tell you guys that I was going to apply to be a vendor at Painted Tree. This video, I'm gonna put it right here, where I went out with my niece and we went to Painted Tree to go support this other Black-owned business. Went to this place called Painted Tree, where it's basically a bunch of small businesses who have their own little booths, and you can go around and shop in their different booths, and come up to the front and pay for all your items from all the different booths, as if it's like a Walmart or something like that. I was really interested in doing something like that, especially since I could make money without having to actually be at the store for my jewelry business. So I applied, right? I just got an email yesterday saying that I was approved and I can go ahead and go to this website and pick out a booth space and pay for my booth space. It's a little bit intimidating. It's a lot of intimidating, because I'm like, am I really ready for this part of my business? Because I really haven't even been advertising on Instagram or nothing, right? I haven't even been making any jewelry. I haven't been doing nothing concerning my jewelry other than telling you guys about it on YouTube, pointing out, like when I'm wearing my earrings, I say, oh, you can get this at motifs.com. Like, but I haven't really been doing much. I've been paying my taxes though, which it hasn't been a big deal because I haven't been making any sales because I haven't been doing much. That's a good thing that we are moving in that direction, and these opportunities that I'm running into, I'm able to like see, and it's like, you're approved. So God is, to me, it's like God is saying, what you mean? Why are you questioning it? You're approved. I approved you. Go do it. I'm pushing you into this direction. You might not feel you're ready, but I got something for you and your business. So I'm going to try to prepare myself for it. And it is scary, like so scary. The lady that I met there, she sent me an email about this event that I could be a vendor of for motifs, and it is in like a good part of town and stuff like that. And so I applied for that too, and guess what? They sent me an email saying I'm approved. So I have to get prepared for that as well, and that's going to be in June. So this month coming, you're going to see me like really buying stuff for that event. I need a canopy. I need like some chairs. I already have a little table, but I'm thinking about getting like a little shelf or something to just like something like another display shelf. And I have to make some more. I definitely have to make some more inventory for that event. I'm nervous about all this because I feel like it's actually gonna work out. Like, have you ever been afraid of success? I know it sounds dumb. Like, who doesn't want to be successful in something that they have been working so hard on? And it's not that I don't want to be. It's just like, what's going to happen? Like, how far are we taking this? Like, am I ready? Do I need to hire employees? Like, all this new stuff that I've never really thought about. Like, I've always thought it's just going to be low-key, me selling some jewelry on the side, a little side money, but maybe it's destined for something way, way more. So moving on to the next topic, I did want to tell you guys about the car. I had some car repairs, my car inspections, and all that kind of stuff. I kind of left you guys because I was so angry and so like pissed about that whole car inspection thing that I was just like, I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. My check engine light came on, and if any of you know, and if you're, a lot of people saying that y'all don't have car inspections in your town or in your city or in your state. But for those of you who are in North Carolina, and you guys know, you cannot get your car will not pass inspection if the check engine light is on. So, of course, I went to get them to look at it, and they tell me, girl, you ain't got no oil in your car. And I was just like, oh, okay, my bad. And I haven't really been paying attention to the oil level now that Raymond has been driving it and all that kind of stuff. It just been more going on with my car, and I just haven't been focused on the oil level. So I had no oil, and he said it was like sputtering into like my spark plugs, and I needed to change out my PVC or something like that. So basically I had like a little tune up, and he did a fuel injection clean out my fuel injector and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I paid the $620 for, right? But soon after I got my car back, the check engine light came back on again. And now it's like 3 codes related to the same thing, but it's like 3 of them. And I'm like, come on now, what could be wrong now? And I cannot get my inspection with this. And I should have went ahead and did it before all this. I was just like, you know what? They told me I got 60 more days. I'm just going to chill on this because I'm frustrated, blah, blah, blah. I should have kept at it and got it done, because now I can't get it done until I can figure out what the heck is wrong with my car. And I got to keep putting money into it. And now this is a whole nother, I've created a whole nother situation for myself with this car inspection. And I can feel my heartbeat rising. So we're going to move on to the next subject. Okay. Raymond, my boy, I told you guys that we got into a little heated situation, and I felt like I couldn't trust him, right? So we had the conversation that I mentioned to you guys that we needed to have, and it's still not working. I'm still having. On one hand, I understand, right, what he's going through and all that kind of stuff, and I want to keep him encouraged. And then on the other hand, it's like, dude, get it together or pack it up. So I'm really at a torn space right now, and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle it. I don't know what is the best. I don't know what's the best for this type of situation. Like, I've never been in this situation before. Don't know what to expect. Don't know what is going to be. Like, if I say, hey, if I be more stricter, is that going to make him push him further out into where he's already headed again? Or if I be nice, is that going to make him feel like he can do whatever he wants and disrespect my rules in my household and not like take my boundaries seriously? If I be like understanding and, hey son, let's do da. Is it going to be more enabling for him than it is good for him? So I just don't know. I'm back to the point where it's like, okay, we have a good talk, but how many talks do you have before things have to really change? And I know he's gotten accepted to this new school, and I think that's a really good idea. Like, on one hand, I feel like super proud of him for that, right? But until you get to that point, let's not be an asshole until you get to that point. Let's stay focused on that. Like, that's a good idea. That's a step in the right direction, a huge step in the right direction, but it doesn't start until June. So can we just get through this month or so, month and a half or whatever, without you going back into the wrong direction? Because it only takes one wrong mistake and you be back in jail. You got a month and a half. Like, you're so close to like realizing your dream or realizing something that's good for you, like taking, a huge step in the right direction. But if you are making the wrong decisions, next week, right before it's time for you to go to school, you can be back in jail. So I just want him to stay focused on that and doing the right things and making the right choices up until that point. And even then, like, you got choices you got to make while you're in college, right? While you are in this new environment and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, it's just stressful. It's just so stressful. Because it's not, I can't make the decisions for him. Oh, shoot. I don't know why I do this to myself. Kim. I can't make the decisions for him, so it's like, Kim, you can't really worry too much. But then again, like, I have to worry because I don't want him to be back in the same spot that he was before. And it's a lot of pressure on my brain, and I just don't know what to do. In this situation, I think he just need more male guidance, and that's not something that I can give to him. But I think that's what he needs right now. And I don't have any brothers. I have brothers, but my brother right now is consumed with his own son, which is another thing that's driving me crazy. Because my nephew got into a really bad car accident. I guess we're going to the next subject now. My nephew got into a bad car accident, and he is now paralyzed, right? And my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law, is having to be like his nurse and his nurse aide and stuff like that, and help him get out of bed and help him get dressed and help him go to the bathroom and like all these things. And it's just like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And my sister wants to like go see him. I haven't seen him even before the accident, I hadn't seen him in years. So I don't really have like a super close relationship with him. But when we were younger, two peas in the pot, right? It was like me and both of my nephews, because we're all around the same age. That's a story for another time. But my nephew that got into a car accident is a little bit older than me, and his brother, which was my other nephew, was a little bit younger than me. So we were together, right? This was us. I looked up to him and things of that nature, and that was my dude. But now that we grew up and stuff, we didn't really have like a super tight relationship. But I do still care about him. He's my nephew. So my sister's like, yeah, she's going to go see him and stuff. And I'm like, Nikki, what are you going to say to him? How are you going to react? Like, doesn't this make you want to cry? Like, how are you going to be normal in front of him? And then, like, I've talked to him on the phone, and he seems like himself. Like, it's like nothing ever happened, right? He's cool. He's chill. He sounds like himself, everything like that. And he was in a coma for a while. And the fact that he can speak and use his brain and stuff like that, that was a major step in his recovery. So it was like touch and go there for a second. I was just like, oh my freaking God. He was a John Doe when he went into the hospital and he got into this car accident. He was a John Doe. And I don't even know all the specifics of the accident, because I think that would make me just cry even more if I knew exactly what happened. I don't even want to know exactly what happened, but just knowing that, hearing his voice and him sounding the same, him acting the same, having his same personality and stuff, just gave me comfort, right? And then my sister calls me and tells me, oh my God, Kim, he's not accepting the fact that he is paralyzed, you know, and he's not doing as good as he's saying he's doing. He's not feeling as good as he's saying he's feeling. And she wants to go see him. And I'm like, that's a lot. Like, how am I going to react to see him in that state? So in the back of my mind, I've been dealing with that too. And it's just like, I need to go see him, right? I need to show my support. I need to get out of my head and just do it. But at the same time, it's like, how do you deal with seeing someone who is just young and active, and the only thing you've ever known from him is just this normal person, and all of a sudden he has this disability? That's hard. And he's got kids, and y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot in my head. It's a lot in my head that I just don't know how to deal with. And then on top of that, it's like, okay, Kim, now you're dating. What? You got a lot going on, child. You need to pick and choose what is going to be the most important here, so that you're not overwhelmed and overflowed. Because right now I feel overwhelmed with emotion, overwhelmed with thoughts and things that I just don't know what to do with. And then, like, now I have to date, so I guess we're switching gears to dating life. So update on new boo, Ghanaian. I'm bored. Okay, let me just say that. I'm bored. I haven't seen him since that first time that we met. I mean, we still been talking on the phone, well, on WhatsApp, and we've been doing like video chats here and there, whatever. But he has been, like I said, he's studying for his MBA, working 2 jobs. He just moved into his new apartment. He's just trying to get himself established in this country, right? I don't feel like this is the time for him to be actually dating, in my opinion. He doesn't have time to woo me, to take me out. He doesn't have the means to woo me and take me out. So basically, the only thing we're going to do if and when we meet up again is have a meal, maybe watch some Netflix and chill. And I'm just like, that's not what I want in my life right now. So I'm pretty bored. And then with me going back to work and then like changing my new filming schedule and everything like that, I honestly don't have time. When he does have time, I don't have time, right? And it's just clashing, and it's okay. I also feel like things have to kind of change when it comes to the way that he talks to me now. It's not as romantic, and it's not as googly eye and all that kind of stuff. It's just more like an update. Like, I feel like I'm his Instagram. Like, he'll update me. He's like, headed to work now. Here's what I ate for lunch. Hey, how's your day going? And that ain't cute. It's not cute anymore. And I'm just like, I'm over it. And I just feel like it's just not a good time. Like, he's a nice guy. I just think he needs to focus on the things that he needs to establish himself in this new country. And I need to focus on the things that are important to me, which is my business and my family. And so I'm slowly friend zoning him. And I'm slow to respond now. It's like if I'm used to, even if I was like working on editing some or something, I see his message pop up, I'll stop editing, go talk to him, blah, 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 you know, show my little love, and then I go back to editing. Now, if I see his messages, are like, well, I'm gonna finish editing first, and then I'm gonna hit him up. Like, that's where I am now. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that is kind of like, that's dating, right? That's, you know, I don't know. And then also I do know that he has not deleted the app yet. So part of me is thinking that he is entertaining other conversations as well, because I feel like when we first started talking, he would talk to me as soon as he get off work. He's in the Uber on his way home. I talk to him all the way till he get inside of his dorm room, and you know, then he'll go take his shower, and then he'll call me back after he take his shower, blah, blah, blah. And then like we talk until we, you know, are asleep. Now it's like he'll text me after he get out of the shower and he's all relaxed and in the bed and stuff. I'm like, so who was you talking to while you was in the car? Who was you talking to when you first got off work? Okay, like who has taken that spot? And it's okay, because that's just dating, right? That's dating. We're not exclusive to each other. So he can talk to whoever he want to talk to, and I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. We're not exclusive. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not number one anymore. And that makes me feel some type of way. And that's okay. Because can I really afford to be number one right now? Can you really be number one for me right now? I mean, let's keep it honest and real. So I'm not mad at it. I'm just bored with it. It's just like, and then I've been trying to like start conversations with him. Like I would send like some controversial short reel TikTok. I sent him one the other day about how this Muslim girl sees marriage versus how Westerners sees marriage. And I asked him what his thoughts were. And he go, HMMMMMMM. So I wait, because I'm thinking there's something that's going to follow up with that, because usually it does. Like usually you can take a topic and he really, you know, we have really interesting conversations. So, but this time he didn't say nothing. So I said, you have no words? And I put a question mark, hit him with that question mark. And he was just like, no response. So the next day he calls me because he's out getting stuff for his new apartment and stuff. And he was like, oh, I just was so tired, I fell asleep and blah, blah, blah. But we still never continued the conversation, right? And he was like, I'm out right now. I'm getting some stuff for the apartment and blah, blah, blah. And then the phone just kind of hangs up. And usually when that happens, like sometimes I'll lose signal or he lose signal. Usually when that happens, he's texting me like, hey, the line went dead, you know, before I could tell you what I wanted to tell you. So I waited a little bit to see if that was going to happen, and it did not. So I said, okay, things are changing, you know, and it's changing in the opposite direction that I thought it would change to. But I'm also okay with it, guys, because I got so much on my mind, so much in my head. I think I need someone who can, like, pick me up, take me out, make me have a good time, and forget about all the things that are bothering me, right? But he's not that guy. He's not the person that can pick me up and take me for a good time. He don't even know where to go and what to do. It's like everything is so new for him. He's learning, and it's like more like me having to be a teacher. And I don't really want to teach right now. I don't mind teaching him if he can pick me up and help me forget about all the things that are going on in my head, and we have a good time. But right now, it seems like he just needs to focus on getting himself established. So friend zone it is. I feel like this is a good time for him to just be a friend. And so I'm not all googly-eyed and like excited about things moving forward as I was. And it kind of puts me in a disappointing state, because I'm just like, that's disappointing. You know, I just wasted a bunch of time. But I don't really feel like with him, I don't feel like I wasted time. I feel like, you know, I just feel like it is what it is. Because I feel like we're both in a space where we can't really be what each other needs. And we met at a time when I was on spring break. So it kind of like right before spring break is when we met. And so spring break happened. It's like I had more time to accommodate his schedule because I wasn't working. But then when I went back to work, it just kind of got like, you know, we don't really, our schedule just clashing. So that's interesting. Learning a lot from that. Learning to follow my intuition and not just try to make it work no matter what. You know, I could be in a situation where I could be like, well, no matter what, I'm going to make this work. You know, things will get better. As soon as when he gets his car, it'll change. When he finishes school, it'll change. He has like a year and a half left of school, okay? And, yeah, he might get a car, but he's still an hour and some change away, you know? So I would have to drive to him. He would have to drive to me. It's just like a lot of extra work that I would have to put into it that I just feel like it's not worth it. I don't know. I just feel like it's not worth it right now. So that's that on the love life. So we're back to just getting this bag. And, you know, I will talk to him, but I want to have a full conversation with him about... And I've already told him that I really think we should just be friends and things like that. And he called me immediately when I told him that. And he was like, why do you feel that way? What brought you to this decision? And blah, blah, blah. He seemed very concerned about it. So I expressed to him, like, our communication has been off lately. And he was like, oh, that's just because it was exam week. And I had a bunch of exams. I couldn't talk to you as much as I wanted to talk to you. I have to focus on school. And I'm just hoping that you understand that. Yeah, I do understand that, but I also feel like I shouldn't put my needs and wants and desires on hold for you to finish school. Like, this is things that I really need in my life right now. I need somebody who can pick me up, take me on a bomb-ass date, and help me forget about things, and we can laugh, and we can have drinks and stuff. And he's like, he doesn't drink, and I'm just like, okay, so then if I'm out, I'm going to be the only one that's drinking, and that's not fun. That's not fun. So it's just like, I just don't see it, like, the more and more I think about it, I just don't see it working out romantically. But, you know, we can be friends. We can be friends. So, child, as I told you guys, update on the lashes. I still don't know where my lashes at, okay? We don't know. So I am either going to order some more from GALORE or buy some more from... Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to buy some more from like from the beauty supply store or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here, guys. We got caught up on quite a bit of things, and there's still more to share. But we're going to end it right here because this is the look. I'm going to do my hair. I did my hair last night, as far as like I put in a texturizer in my hair last night. You're going to have to watch that video, which will probably be right here because that video may come out before this one, of me doing my texturizer and see how my hair turns out. And also watch the full vlog, and you will be able to see how my hair turns out today as well. So don't forget to watch those 3 videos that I mentioned earlier in the video of the different things that we have talked about today. I appreciate you guys for staying around and, you know, seeing the final look. It's nothing crazy. It's just a little eyeshadow, little mascara, little brow, you know, keeping it real simple for church today. And after church, we have a little surprise that I'm surprising Prince with. So you guys really want to watch the full vlog, okay? And I will talk to you guys on the next Get Ready With Me chit chat, makeup and chat. I don't know. Y'all help me decide on the name because I don't know. This is becoming a thing now, so I don't really know what to call it, but I really think it should have like some sort of name. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one.